I talk a lot about tax savings here on my channel, but I don't often talk about business simplicity, and sometimes that can be even more important than tax savings. I will say for me personally, I have run my business as a single member LLC for years and years, even though the S corporation status might provide me with some tax savings. The cost on the other side of all the administrative things that I would need to do differently have kept me from making that election personally. So sometimes you want to look at the big picture, and just the tax savings might not be the ultimate deciding factor. Partnerships is an area that I just wanted to go into a little more detail about today, because I know me personally, again, as a single owner LLC or a single business owner, I desire partnership and collaboration. I don't like doing business alone. I've wanted to have some sort of partnership for years, but the right person just hasn't come along, both in business and in my personal life. Just FYI, I'm single. But anyway, that's kind of beside the point. Partnerships in business complicate things. And if you are desiring a more simple business structure, personally, I recommend being the sole owner of your business. And this even can include your spouse. If you register an LLC with the state of Oregon, with you and your spouse both as owners, you technically have a partnership and are supposed to be filing a partnership tax return. Now, I've seen a lot of preparers that don't enforce that, but I've also encountered some preparers that aren't willing to put that on your personal return, because the way the IRS code is written, that should be a separate entity tax return, even though the taxation of it on a husband and wife partnership would essentially be the same, whether you had to do the separate entity return and the personal return, or you put it all on the personal return. However, having that separate filing requirement for the partnership is going to cost you a couple $1,000s in tax preparation alone if you use a professional, and you're going to have other expenses associated with that too. So it just complicates things. So my goal is not only to find tax savings opportunities for you, but to help you be a successful business owner and have your life function in a way that works for you. And sometimes simpler is better. So if you're not wanting to spend thousands of dollars on taxes and accounting, if you don't have an accountant that you're working with and trust and see value in, or you have a business idea, I would encourage you to just do it yourself, honestly. And you can collaborate with people, and you can have independent contractors work for you and pay them out on a 1099. Or you can hire them as employees and pay them on a W-2. But if you leave them off of the business ownership itself, it simplifies things greatly for their tax filing purposes, bookkeeping, accounting, all of those pieces that work together to make your business successful. So my tax tip today is, if you have the option of being the sole owner of your business or forming an official partnership with someone, and you're desiring simplicity, don't have other owners on your business with you. Now, again, this isn't across the board advice for everybody. All situations are different. If you have a situation that you'd like to talk through in terms of tax structure, taxability, tax savings, and simplicity, I would love the opportunity to meet with you. And I do offer advisory sessions for just such things like this. So I will go ahead and post the link in the comments if you would like to talk to a professional with over 20 years of experience in the industry. I'd love the opportunity to share my advice and insight and help come up with the best plan forward for you.